Yo guys, it is Legendary Luke back with another Apex Legends video. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining all of the reasons you might be hardstuck. Being hardstuck is a term used in ranked for when you can't gain any RP and are static at the rank you are at. It's usually most common in the bottom-most tiers of ranks, such as plat 4 or gold 4. Being hardstuck is a really annoying thing to have happen to you because you feel like you're not making any progress or moving anywhere, no matter how hard you try. The goal of this video is to help people that are hardstuck by giving the 5 main reasons that stop people from gaining RP. These apply to anyone from hardstuck silver to hardstuck masters. Then you can see if any of them apply to you and use that to fix your problem. Also, these are just general things that will absolutely halt you from gaining RP and should be avoided at all costs. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Reason number 1 is tilt, getting upset or distressed. Tilt is defined as a state of mental or emotional confusion or frustration in which a player adopts a less than optimal strategy, usually resulting in the player becoming overaggressive. All of us have experienced tilt at some point, which is unfortunate because it makes you play absolutely terribly. The thing is, even if you find yourself to be a very calm and composed player in normal games, that might change when you step into ranked. I find that, especially in Apex Legends, ranked amplifies and causes tilt. The reason for this is that there is something at stake in the match. The outcome of the game actually matters. Let's say you're playing pubs, drop in, don't find a gun, and die off spawn. This might leave you feeling a little bit frustrated, but at the end of the day, you go back to the lobby and queue up for another game with 0 consequences. However, in a ranked game, you drop in, don't get a gun, and die, you're immediately met with the consequence of a fat negative RP game. This will leave you feeling even more frustrated with your bad luck and mad at the game. From there, you queue up to another, still consciously or subconsciously thinking about your last game. This leads to your decisions being more emotional than mental, and you'll find yourself dying game after game. The really hard thing about tilt is it starts small and can snowball bigger and bigger until eventually your decision-making ability is ruined. Tilt carries over games, causing whole sessions to be ruined in massive negative RP gains. If you find yourself repeatedly getting upset, frustrated, or angry at the game, especially when playing ranked, tilt is your problem. The best way to counter tilt is to simply take a break or calm down in game. This will allow you to get back in the right mindset and is good anyways for a mental break. Trust me, it's not worth throwing all the RP you've worked hard to get by tilting and dying game after game. Reason number 2 you're hardstuck is you're worrying about RP rather than playing. If you're someone that's constantly thinking about KP, whether you're positive or negative in the game, this may be your problem. Thinking about anything but the game can be harmful to the way you play. When you think about how much RP you are losing, it causes you to not fully concentrate on the game. In addition, worrying about kill points can cause you to throw games and play way too overly aggressive. Don't get me wrong, knowing how the rank system works, knowing when the best time to get kill points are, all of that is important, but don't stress about it. The system is meant to reward good play, and at the end of the day, that's what it does. Playing well is what ultimately leads to gaining RP, climbing up the tiers, and getting to the rank you've always wanted. If you're someone who is constantly thinking about RP, whether you're positive or negative in a game, or how much RP you need to rank up, this could be harmful to you and why you're hardstuck. Reason number 3 is you switch your playstyle when you play ranked. This is in the same family of the last reason, because they both involve you putting your focus on something other than the game, which is always bad. I see this in 2 main ways. The first is not fighting or committing yourself. If you are someone that when you play ranked, you never like to put yourself in a vulnerable position, somewhere where you could die because you're afraid you might lose RP, this might be your problem. Some people I know never want to fight or commit themselves at the rank they're at because they think that everyone in that rank is a sweat or a tryhard. This results in them not gaining much RP, and when they do fight, they end up losing. If you want to gain RP at any rank, you have to play and fight confidently. This means knowing your opponents are no better than you, thinking you can win any fight, and having confidence in yourself. At the end of the day, don't go into ranked games thinking or playing any differently than you would in your pub games. The other way I see people switch their playstyle in ranked is they run different guns or legends than they're used to. I think a lot of this comes from ranked videos and guides that will give you a list of meta weapons and legends and then tell you should be running these in ranked if you want to have success. I partially agree with this because the meta will always be the strongest. However, I also believe you should run what's comfortable to you. If you like playing Mirage, play Mirage. And if you're good with the Hemlock, run the Hemlock. You've probably had positive games even when you're hard stuck, and I would bet that those games had been when you are most comfortable. So if you find yourself struggling to gain RP in ranked, try going back to the legend that you just have fun with, because at the end of the day, playing the game and enjoying it should be your main priority. At this point in the video, we're over halfway there, so if you could go down and smash the like and subscribe button, that would mean a lot. Reason number 4 you may be hard stuck is blaming other things. We've all heard the classic, my randoms are so bad and that's why I can't do well in ranked. It may be true that your randoms aren't exactly NRG Asu when it comes to playing Apex, but blaming them doesn't really help you and can actually hurt you. Blaming your deaths on other things like your teammates, RNG, or getting third-partied very oftentimes leads to tilt, and as we already established, this is absolutely not good for gaining RP. On the flip side, taking responsibility, even if it's not your fault, can come with a lot of positives. This includes realizing your mistakes, improving, not tilting, and playing better. The general rule is if you can't control it, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next game where you have a fresh start to have a great one. The last reason you might be stuck at the rank you're at is you do not know how to rotate or play the zone. The knowledge of how the zone works, how it pulls, and how to rotate in the Apex Legends community is surprisingly low. Ask yourself, do you know how to predict where the next zone will pull? Do you make rotating one of your top priorities in ranked games? If the answer was no, this is definitely something you need to improve. A good start is to pay attention to each one of your zones when you play a match. After a while, you'll start to see a pattern and be able to predict where the zone will move without even scanning a beacon. I'm not going to go into full detail in this video, and I will probably make a full detailed guide in the future, but please, don't always walk straight into the zone, pay attention to other teams' rotations, don't always late rotate because everyone else will, and remember, rotating well is the main way that you can avoid third parties. The best way to improve in this aspect of the game is to watch ALGS or pros. Notice how they do things. Pay attention to how they play zones and make aware rotations, and then practice doing so in your games. That was my list of the 5 things that cause you to be hard stuck in Apex Legends Ranked. I hope you found what you were looking for, or at least something you could improve on. To those of you that are hard stuck, I wish you the best of luck. I hope I gave you something to help you out. Please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.